in a room right now, don't smoke at all, and you with everybody in the room, 9 people smoke, and after 30 days, you're probably going to crack. You go in a room with 9 millionaires, and you just try and figure it out. After 30 days, you're going to get some paper.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Man, what's good with y'all, man? What's good? It's a beautiful Wednesday, man. Hump day, get money day, whatever you like to call it, whatever you got going on today, man. I salute it. Make sure that you got a smile on your face while you're doing whatever you're doing. But you see the title of the show. We got to talk about hip-hop on this episode, man. I know I've had a lot of guest appearances, talked a lot of relationship, financial conversations, talked about Gen Z, politics with Gwen McKenzie, and a plethora of guests on the show, man. Thank everybody who came on the show and chopped it up with your boy. But y'all see the title at the bottom of the screen, though, from icons to clones. Now, I was just looking at my phone, man. What time is it? It's 3 p.m. Eastern time. And some news came across that one of the icons just passed away. To me, Rich Homie Quan. Now, I hope this ain't true. I know it's early. I see a lot of people posting it, but I hope it's not true, man. I hope he didn't pass away from an overdose, man. And it's just hip-hop is in a crazy space right now. Like, I came on here wanting to talk about the creative space that it's in because Lil Wayne spoke on something that caught my attention this week. I'm going to play the clip and I'm going to talk about it, but it's just what happened to people being unique? What happened to people valuing a person just being themselves and being different? What happened to that, though? Real spill.
Now, I look at the difficulty in it now is because there's so many.
Right.
It's so many. How the hell are you going to stand out? You know what I mean? And not only is it so many, is all of y'all sounding the same. And all of y'all kind of going, all y'all kind of going for the same thing. So it's hard to try to stand out within all that.
Right.
And if you know how to say, if you stand out within all that, well, you're doing something, man.
Nah, that's
right. So that's why I said I couldn't imagine trying to be an artist, a new artist today and I'm about to be the next Lil Who, and I'm about to, so what about me? It's so cool to listen to me. If the next guy is already saying the same thing, sounding the same, so that it makes it more difficult to actually have something about you.
Salute to Wayne for saying that because that has came across my mind a lot lately, and I speak with a lot of the younger artists, and you know me, I'm a creator myself. I just released the 5 p.m. and Turks and Caicos EP, and it's doing well, and people are very appreciative that I'm still continuing to rap at the age that I am now. But to me, rap is an art. It's not just putting a whole bunch of words together. Like, I consider what I do poetry, wordplay. Don't listen to me because you want to get excited and twerk and all of that old type of stuff, or you want to do whatever you want to do. Go listen to those guys. But what I'm doing is poetry. It's art. It's a form of self-expression of life experiences. But I want to say something to what Wayne had to say. Like, he said it's a lot of artists now. I tell these young guys that's releasing music today, y'all living in a very unique time because in the 90s and the 2000s, it was different. And I hope some young artists are listening to this. Financially, it was way different. Way different. Now, nowadays, you can record some music on your phone in GarageBand or anything and release it through DistroKid and make your cover on Canva, and you done created a whole album just because you got an iPhone. In those eras when Wayne started, it wasn't that many rappers because that many people couldn't afford to go to the studio, pay $50 to $100 an hour, book 10-hour sessions for $1,000. That'll be, for most artists, 3 to 4 songs. Then after they do that, they have to book another session. They're almost $5,000 in now. You know what I mean? Just on recording the music. Then the engineer has to mix and master the music. Then you release the music, and you have to get it duplicated through this baby, one of those disc making companies, disc makers. And you have to spend a 10 with them. Then you have to find the stores to put it in. So you $30,000-$40,000 in before you ever sold a copy. So it's different times, and that's the reason why we have so many rappers, though. But now I want to speak to his second point. You know, I went home to Tennessee about 2 to 3 weeks ago to the family reunion. And I was talking to my great nephew. He's young and everything, and he was letting me hear some music. And I was wondering why the young boys from Tennessee sound like they're from Detroit. He said, we ain't trying to sound like we from Detroit, or whatever. You old, you sound like you. So in my mind, I was like, me sounding like me means that I'm old. That's what caught my attention. But you sounding like somebody else, that's the new sound. In my mind, I was thinking that that's a lack of creativity because you're stealing and you're mimicking somebody else's sound. What happened to when artists was unique? What happened to the Lil Waynes? Nobody can sound like Lil Wayne. If Rich Homie passed away, man, my sincerest condolences to his family and his friends. But nobody can sound like Rich Homie Quan. Nobody can sound like Busta Rhymes. You wouldn't be famous if you was, or you wouldn't even get on if you sound like somebody else. You had to be unique and sound like you. So what's up with these artists? Like, you got people in LA sounding like they from Atlanta. People from New York sounding like they from the South. People from New Jersey wanting to rap like they from Texas. Drill music was created in Chicago. Then you got people doing drill in Dallas, Texas now. I'm confused, dog. Where the game going? Why y'all ain't unique no more? That's just my you know what I mean, my perspective from icons to clones. Now we get ready to switch up the topic. We're going to switch up the topic. I don't know which one I want to go with first, but I got to touch bases on the 50 Cent interview and Dame Dash and how people reacted to the 50 Cent interview, because Rick Ross reacted in a way that, like, every time 50 speaks on him or he speaks on 50, they go back and forth. Like, it's just unnecessary. It seems like they're the only reason that they are getting attention. And Designer, the Panda guy, the dude that released Panda, he done released the diss track off of the 50 Cent interview on $1 Million Worth of Game. Like, it's crazy to me. But one thing that caught my attention, though, I could tell that 50 was intoxicated. And when he spoke on Dame Dash, that's what I'm focused on. He spoke on Dame Dash. He said he was hurt because Dame Dash said $1 million wasn't nothing. $1 million ain't nothing. Now, when I think about that perception of $1 million not being nothing, I think of the era when Rockefeller was running things in the way they was running around spending money. Now, to some, $1 million might be nothing, but majority of the people that's in the hip hop industry, they come up in impoverished communities, man. And $1 million is life changing. 100,000 is life changing. A lot of people will say that that's a little money, Trev. You can't even buy a house with 100,000. You can't do this. You can't do that. But it's more than what you had before. You just got to make the best decisions with it so you can make it evolve and for it to continue to grow. You know, people will get a piece of money in it and they'll just start doing dumb shit with it so they can get attention, so they can be like other people. And that ain't what you're supposed to do, man, because money is money. A little bit of money, a lot of money, it don't matter. It's about your decisions with what you do with what you have.
So are rappers really just fronting?
I would say it's more broke rappers than rich rappers.
For the most part, rappers are not millionaires. They have this bar, this sort of expectation that's been set extremely high, and it's unrealistic. There are very few Jay-Z's, very few Eminems.
Frequently, the person that you see bling-blinging doesn't have as much money as he would like other people to think.
This is a realistic look at what $1 million is to the first-time rapper. First of all, it's tax half. Okay, that's $500,000 right then and there. Boom. So now you got $500,000 left. The first thing you got to do is get a nice car.
My truckity truck.
And there's $100,000. Now you got 4 left. You got to get your jewelry game up. And things are costing a lot lately.
LA necklaces.
So let's say you spend $100 on the low ball side. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to keep up with everyone else. So So now you got what, 300,000 left. You got to get a place to live, and you don't have good credit because you're just coming from the street. So you got to drop more than 20%. I'm at home, baby. So now you got about 250 left. Now your homeboys think you got way more than you have, and you got to look out for everybody on your block. So put 50 to that. You got to keep your fresh together.
I love my Gucci fits. They tailor-made.
So you're going to spend 50 on fresh. Your sneakers, you got to pop tags every single day. So put 50 on that.
Get you a pair of these right here.
You have an overhead where you have to maintain all these things every month. So now you might have 20,000 in bills every single day. You know what I'm saying? And there it is. It's gone. There's no more money.
Oh my God. I'm going to tell you something, like the position that he's in now financially, from my perspective of what I see him having to sell his 33% of Reasonable Doubt from the album from Jay-Z, the debut album of Jay-Z. And that I got to keep up with everybody else. You want to look like this. You got to have this. I got to have the chain. You might have $20,000 of overhead. You got to have 50 to put back for your niggas because they think you got more than what you got. Man, one thing I learned, I had to separate myself from people and people who had ideas like that because they wasn't going to do nothing but lead me down a path that wasn't even of my interest. Pleasing folks and entertaining folks and trying to, you know what I mean, make you accept me because of some items. Man, I stay far away from people like that. Now we're going to switch the topic up again. This topic, like, it's still in the Rockefeller, Dame Dash, Jay-Z lane because without this individual, the street credibility that Jay-Z and Dame Dash and Rockefeller had, it came because they acquired state property. Beanie Sigel, Ogino, Freeway, Young Guns and all of them. That made them look good. Then they got the Dipset or whatever. And I want to say this before I play the clip because people will say that Beanie Sigel is broke. Beanie Sigel fell off. Beanie Sigel made bad decisions with his money, which is true. Beanie Sigel got beat out of a lot of money. I remember one point when Kanye was on Drink Champs, he said he was going to give Beanie Sigel $50 million. What happened to that? If y'all in the comment section and y'all listening to this podcast, man, tell me what happened to that. What happened? Because he gave him the name Yeezy. Beanie Sigel did. I want to salute Beanie Sigel because right now what he's doing, it looks like a passion. It looks like something that he's excited that he's doing. And I applaud the man.
Chef Boyard Beans, Beanie Crocker, cook wings proper.
Salute, man. Salute to Beanie Sigel for opening up the food truck, man. Like, he is just as a good rapper as Jay-Z and Nas to me, lyrically. The way he spits his experiences, man, he done did songs with Scarface that was phenomenal. And Beanie Sigel could be dead, man. You know, sometimes we got to appreciate life and the moments that we have in life. But seeing him with his own food truck doing his thing, evolving in life and continuing to keep it going, because as you get older, man, when you're youthful, things seem like they're going to last forever. But when you get older, you realize how valuable time is, man. And if you can continue to make it happen, if you can continue to do well without having to poison the community that you grew up in. Because he could easily go back to that and be poisoning the community that he grew up in with his words, with his actions, with the things that he's doing. But now he's providing nutrition with halal meat because you know those guys are Muslim and all of that. And I just salute that one more time. Now, at the beginning of the podcast and the whole time during this show, we was talking about finances and creativity and art and music and from icons to clones. Folks get it twisted, man, about music. Like, everybody want to be an artist. I suggest a lot of the people that's in our race, black guys, they need to do something different. Get involved in real estate, become doctors, invest in your brain, invest in becoming a politician. Do something different, man. Because hip hop ain't what's up. I'm gonna speak on what I've invested in music, and I'm not even nowhere near a famous artist. I don't even want to be famous. I don't even shoot videos, but I'm nowhere near a celebrity, but I've invested a substantial amount of money into creating content. And I do it because I love the art. I love hip hop, basically. And I just want to play a clip from Money Long talking about what it takes, because she's great at what she does and she makes great music. And it's different for some people. Some people, they just want to make money and be popular and be famous. But everybody ain't like that, dog. Some people just want to create because that's what they love to do. And I think all human beings need an out. I don't think we just need to work and be up under people. I think you need to find a hobby, something that you do that you love and that you can't live without. And for me, music is one of those things.
Studios typically for a 12-hour block is $1,200. Then the session engineer is $75 to $100 an hour. So just add that up. Say you do 7 sessions a week, it's $10,000 just on sessions. And then mixing anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 a track. That's 19 tracks, so that's $100,000, just rounding it.
Your math is impeccable.
Now you're already at 120. And now you gotta pay for the beats. So they're anywhere from $5,000 to $40,000 a track, depending on who you're working with, times 14, so $400,000. So let's just say $250 plus 120. Now you're already at $300,000. That eliminates 75% of the people who are aspiring. I didn't realize how much money that it takes to actually be an artist. This is before you market. This is before you shoot a video. This is before you do an appearance.
They tell you to invest in yourself, but it's also a bit scary investing in yourself.
The song is the most important thing, but there are so many other things that it takes to take that song and make it be worth something. There are hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars that go into taking a song and sharing it with the world. And so that's a conversation that I think should be had.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Think about that before you want to get in the game. It's not like, musically, it's not like you could just make a song no more and make a hit record. It used to be like that, you know what I mean, around the Soulja Boy era or whatever, though. But you have to invest in yourself. Somebody has to hear it. Like, you can put it online, but it needs the DJs messing with it for the mainstream to hear it, for the people who want to invest in it and make money from it. Because you don't want to have a whole bunch of money tied up in your art and your creativity, and you can't make nothing back from it unless you have a lot of money. Now, me, I want to talk about me for a second. I've been creating music since 2003, yearly, investing. And I probably have invested over, not probably, I have invested over $1 million in studio time, recording, graphics, duplications, videos, promotions, billboards, and all of that. And I haven't seen none of that money back, really, from it. But I love it. I love the art of it. I love creating music, and I'll continue to create music. It's just that I want to make some people aware of it. Like, stop, man. If it's not what you love to do, if you're not a true artist, if you're just a rapper and you just want to say something on a record right quick to get your friends hype or get the hood hype or whatever, you may become famous from that. But if you don't love it, don't continue to keep investing in it, man. Just move forward and do something different. That's all I would say, because it's really like a real deal investment, man. It's a real deal investment, man. Money Long told y'all. Now let me go on to this last topic of discussion. I really don't like talking about artists when they're beefing and they spewing violence and talking crazy to each other, though. But this one is relevant to the conversation, from icons to clones, from investing and age people are talking crazy about people's age and all of that, and telling people what you can't do and what you shouldn't be doing at a certain age is foul. To me, that's foul to tell somebody what they should be doing and what they're doing is wrong at a certain age. So Rollo and Boosie been hashing it out online lately. And I remember Boosie went on an interview and was talking about snitching, talking about Rollo told on somebody, and Rollo has been coming out wanting him to address it. But he said something that pertains to hip hop within that beef and within them addressing each other about the snitching allegations that caught my attention.
On signing artists and being a CEO of a label, like, I'm gonna get old one day. I ain't trying to be on stage like Boosie rapping when he 40, 50 years old. I ain't trying to be doing that. I want to pull up like Birdman with my artists, or pull up like QCP with my artists, or you know, the other side, you know, all them old, you know, say their name. I don't care, but I don't answer to nobody but God. You hear me? I do not answer to nobody but God.
I ain't gonna play the full clip of that. I just wanted y'all to hear I'm not gonna get on stage at 40, 50 years old. I want to pull up like Birdman and QCP. That's interesting. You know, because a lot of the rappers that is relevant today is nearing their 40s or they're in their 40s. The youth is doing their thing and they popping or whatever. But majority of the people that's making money, like, you got to think about Future 40-something now. Future 40. And he might be one of the hottest in the game. Jay-Z, 50, 55. He's still performing and he got more money than QCP and Birdman. I know how it looks or whatever though, but it's certain individuals that love the art of it. Some people don't view it as an art. Rollo, to me, he's a very inspirational person to Atlanta. He speaks a lot. He just got out of jail. Salute to him being released from jail. For real. Salute to that. But I want to say we never looked at Rollo as an artist. We looked at him as a dope boy that rapped. But on the other hand, Boosie may have been in the streets. Boosie may have participated in street activities and may still do. But we know Boosie for being an artist, not a street guy that raps. Now let me read some of Boosie's clapback, man, and then we're going to further the discussion. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see us evolve, you see that cash out right about there. Wavy Neutron, man. Just leave a donation. And it could be a tax-free donation. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. So, I have not spoken on you in years, Rollo. You still hurt by what you did. What you did. I'm grateful that I'm still making $150K a weekend and selling out shows. You don't have a rap career and will never have one. And you're right. You should be a CEO. Because one thing you can't do is make music. God didn't give you that talent. Every other month you mentioning me. Get me off your mind and stop using my name for clout. You got my line. If you want to tell me something, I'm the same nigga did a verse and video for free for you when you was locked up and you refused to take the $10K you was trying to pay me. You get no points for shit like this. Anyway, I'm about to listen to these beats and make some music. I just hope you're not doing the same. Boy, that was disrespectful. But one thing that I do remember him being in a video while he was locked up. And it's crazy though, man, the level of shots. He said you should be a CEO because God didn't give you that talent of being a rapper. You know, I don't like to see black folks beefing. You know, it's people that take shots at me. I just got a shot took at me for one of my Kamala Harris takes because I said that she wasn't black. Or I didn't even say that she wasn't black. I just said I didn't know what she was. And somebody took a shot at me. But you know what I told that brother, salute to you and your thought process. She is whatever you think she is, dog. But I've heard her spew that she was the first Indian woman I heard her say that she specifically ain't gonna do nothing for black people out of her own mouth. But I'm not taking a shot at her or you. Vote for who you want to vote for. But the reason I say that is because like it's so much tension in the game. We talked about the 50 Cent interview on the top of the podcast and all the tension he has with multiple people. We talked about the tension with people talking about Beanie Sigel. This Rollo and Boosie tension. I just don't like it, dog. And we need to get back to being unique and not clones. Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in to the show, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace, love, plenty of abundance. Make sure you go get you some money. But before I leave, though, I'm going to leave y'all with one of the singles off my EP, man, from the 5 p.m. and Turks and Caicos tape. Thank you.
I can't let the time pass me by. I just want to be with you. I can't let the time pass me by. I just want to live my truth. I can't let the time live my truth, nigga. What it do? Came up at the bricks, now copping by the deuce. Homes and cars, I'm internally scarred. I externally barred. I've been going so hard. $1 million is minimum. The killers, I'm sending them. I prevailed from hell. Didn't need no Ritalin. My rivals apologize. They know I'm the middleman. The head honcho, get to it pronto.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.